Um, Getting this podcast up. It's almost 5 o'clock Monday afternoon. Um, just been like really swamped with a lot of different things. GA show last week. We tried to get away for a little break this week. Go someplace, maybe get a couple of days off. I got sick, so I didn't feel better till I got back and started working. So maybe that's got something to do with it. And then next weekend, she is supposed to be headed out to uh, Cancun with her daughters and sister-in-law and all the good things. So um, it's just really been a lot. I don't know. It's probably busier than I can remember being in a long time. Um, I think as we sit back now and we look at the pictures and rehash more and more of the competition, we always start to formulate what went wrong and what can we do better the next time, and oh, you didn't look so bad, or you looked a lot worse than what that said, or whatever. But um, we start to formulate a game plan. So the game plan in which we had, I believe we're at a level that I have not worked with athletes at, um, and that's the pro level. I believe that's a different uh, type of preparation. So I think this year, as I stated before, we're probably going to hire a dietitian or a prep coach that has the experience that I'm looking for, and then I can learn from that individual. Also, so that's where we're with that. It's just still kind of trying to deal with that and trying to get some rest and trying to get things back on the field. I see there's a lot of things with this business um, that it just is not going to function the way it did when we were smaller. I mean, we were at a 3,000 square foot facility. Right now, we're at a 6,000 square foot facility. We had only two employees, me and GA. Now we have five. We're about to add at least another 4 or 5 more. So things have just grown immensely, and with the uh, focus being on GA's competition, I didn't really get a chance to sit back and analyze and look at this whole picture. I mean, we're starting to um, add social media and podcasting and advertising and clothes, and we have a lot of different things going on that requires constant attention. So it's a great thing. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather be me than be somebody else. But you can't. There's an old saying: you can't get points for yesterday's ball game. We have gotten. She has competed for 18 years. The average time for people to compete is 2 to 3 years. So she's been in it at 18. Most times they don't have kids. She had 3. Most of the times they've played some type of athletic sports, so they have an athletic background. She's never played athletics. Most of them played at as high as college. She never attended college. So we've really accomplished a lot of things that most probably would never have gotten that far, but just through sheer grit and not giving up, we were able to accomplish some great things. But now we're not finished. I thought we would be by now, but we're not. We're just getting started. And so we've got to change up some things and stick with the formula, but definitely don't try to get points for yesterday's ball game. You have to come up with a new way to kill old lion. You know what I mean? It's not easy. So anyway, that's that's pretty much kind of where I'm at with that. But I had an interesting question proposed to me, or a conversation I had with one guy that I trained. First off, I want to say to my client, Sandy Nelson, okay, her husband was involved in a bicycle accident. He's a triathlon athlete, really nice guy. I only met him a couple of times. He seems to be a super nice guy. Sandy is just the sweetest person I've ever met before in my life. So I definitely want to wish him speedy and happy recoveries. I know, we go through life, and we go through life and we take things for granted. We always assume we're gonna get one more again. We'll be here tomorrow. We'll get it done tomorrow. Sometimes things happen that lets you know we're not promised tomorrow, man. I mean, you could wake up tomorrow and go outside, or wake up and get out the bed and bite the dust. I had a friend that did that. He got up to take his morning pee and had a brain aneurysm and died. So we're not promised tomorrow. So what I've tried to do as I've gotten older and older is I try to look at things, business, relationships, my health, things like that. I've tried to look at those things as gifts. I try to get thanks for those things every day, and I try to understand that it is a gift. I'm not promised this. I could wake up tomorrow, they can all be gone. So I definitely suggest to anyone that can hear me, is to appreciate today, man, because it goes quick. My best friend, we have been friends since we were 10 years old. A couple of years ago, he just suddenly up and passed away, man. I mean, this is a guy that I saw and hung with every single day since we were 10 years old until maybe 2 years ago when he passed away. And that was a very, very devastating blow to me, because as men, we don't have a lot of friends. Women keep friends, associates, family, mothers, sisters. I mean, they keep people forever. Men, we might have one or two in our lifetime that we look at and can actually call that person a friend. So, just as with the scare that Sandy just suffered with the accident of her husband, that shit wakes you up, man. It slaps you in your face, and it makes you understand that argument about leaving your socks out and not putting gas in my car, it don't mean shit, man. We got to learn to keep the simple shit simple, man. Nothing is more important than to wake up and realize there were so many things in life you wanted to do with this person, and that they're not here anymore. There's nothing that can ever, death is permanent. You know what I mean? Death is permanent. Once it's done, it's done. I don't give a fuck how much crying you do. I don't care how much you miss them, how much praying you do. It doesn't matter. It's done. It's gone. So what I've tried to learn to do is appreciate the people while they're here. Don't of course you give them flowers at their funeral, but let them know how much you love them and appreciate them while they can respond, while they're here, while they are alive. It has, I've lost so many people in my lifetime. My best friend, my cousin, my son, my father. I've lost Charles Durr, the guy that taught me about personal training, the guy that taught me about the gym business time. I've lost so many men in my lifetime that was of significant meaning to me. And I can tell you that every time it happens, it takes a chunk of your soul. And pretty soon, if you're not careful, you walk around bitter. You walk around with a survivor's mentality. Why did they have to go and I'm still here? You know, I mean, people now, you wonder what is, at least I wonder, what is their motive? You need a job, you want some money, you want me to hook you up. Usually it's something. But when you have those friends that knew you when you were in the fourth grade, when you had nothing, they don't want anything from you. They just want you to be their friend. That's it. And you can't front on those people because they understand you. They know you. They knew you before Earl the bodybuilder, Earl the club owner, Earl the judge, the promoter, and all these things that people see you now. And people know you. You don't know them. I had a lady the other day tell me, "Yeah, I met your guy who used to be your training partner." That would really be impossible because I've only had two training partners in my lifetime. One is Chie, the other one was a tall white guy. She said this guy was short and black, so definitely wasn't my training partner. But I hear that all the time. People, for whatever reason, they like to seem important if they can say, "I know so and so," or "I know so and so," like it means something. Don't mean nothing. We're all just a grain of sand on the beach. We're nothing. In the scope of life, we are nothing. And the sooner we get to realize that we are nothing, and the sooner we get to humble ourselves and start to understand that these days and these people around us are gifts, man. They come into our lives, they're gifts, so you got to appreciate them, man, because you just never know. I would have never thought my buddy Tony or my son or my cousin, I would have never thought they would have left as quickly as they left. One day they're here, next day they're gone. My cousin actually died. It was a while ago, 1993. But I talked to him 3 hours before we were going to get the final measure for our tux. He was going to be the best man at my wedding 3 weeks later. I talked to him at 11 o'clock. By 2, they were calling me, telling me that he's dead. I'm like, damn, I just talked to him. So, and when they called me and told me my buddy Tony had passed, actually his son, who I thought he was playing, I was getting pissed. I man, don't play with me like that, dude. He said no, because I rarely ever talk to his son, even though that's my godson. I rarely ever talked to him. Last time I talked to him, he was talking about helping him with becoming a personal trainer. He lives in another state. So when he called, I'm thinking that's what he's calling for. But he was like, yeah, they found my old man passed out. They think he died, from a heart attack or whatever. And Tony's birthday was 2 days ago. Tony was only a few months older than me. And it was just probably the most devastating news I had ever received in my life. So with that, what I'm trying to say is let's just look forward. Let's just try to learn to appreciate each other. Let's just try to learn to appreciate life. Let's try to be humble. Let's we only get one lifetime. It doesn't kill you to smile and say, "Hey, how's your day going?" It's not gonna kill you. One smile is infectious. You start doing it, next thing you know, other people are doing it. So let's get it started, man. People too uptight. People they're getting upset about things that they shouldn't even be upset about, man. We need to bring some love into this world. I'm not trying to be this great preacher. I'm just saying I know. On the other hand of taking things for granted and then having those things taken away from you, it's hard, man. It's real hard. So anyway, until next week, this is your man, Sir-Earl, coming at you with a sore throat. Checking out of here. See you guys next week, where I promise, I got to put my laptop in the shop, but I will try to get this done before Monday evening. I've had a lot of complaints. Sandy was one of them. I didn't see a podcast. Well, that's because I put it up later, but now it's up. Next week I'll try to get up even earlier. So into next week, this is your man, Sir-Earl. And I'm checking out of here and saying, hey, let's love one another. Let's learn to love each other. And this will be a much better world. So peace.